Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Spread neatly, and he cuts out the supply. Couldn't squeeze it through. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Nedved. Played back in. He's looking wide. Aimed in toward the rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Good running, strong and purposeful. And the through ball. And this is Dembele. He whips it across.
That's good defensive concentration.
Yaya Toure. He's being urged to shoot. Delivers the ball. Thuram gets it away. Oh, well played. So it is still 0-0. Quarter of an hour played.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's a good run down the left. Lovely feet. And it's Nedved. Now here's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Searching pass he's played there. Good ball over the top. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's been given away. He's picked his way through, and the shot! Goal! First blood drawn. And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Mbappe. Passing is crisp and sharp. Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Thinks and takes a shot! Nedved. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that's well spotted. Nedved. Del Piero. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Ronaldo. And it's Iniesta. Now he's got space here. And that's a good ball. Thailand have got it back and they'll have another go. Now he's off and running. Nedved. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thailand do have a chance to counter here. And this is Dembele. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And it's Iniesta. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rodri conjures time and space where few can. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for options for movement. That's the keeper's ball. Rodri. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gattuso.
There will be
And
1
it's
minute
Iniesta.
added time.
He's through here. Oh, important interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitutions taking place.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter.
Goes for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Real chance! They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Collar! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always...
It's Dembele! He scored! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So is this the start of a comeback? Cross goes in there. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now, can they get him away? He can run onto that. He's decent chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Knocks it into space. Now the delivery. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Rodri. Probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Del Piero going face-to-face with his great rival. Rodri. It's a searching pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Lovely pass, but... And the finish! Dembele with a beautifully timed run. Nedved looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this...
Chance! And he hits the net!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So now the difference... And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what a mistake! The ball goes... Gets his head on it! Well, that is remarkable.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Lam, that's a nicely shaped ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is good alertness. Iniesta. Yaya Toure. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Substitution for Thailand. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 8, Toure.
And it's
Number
Rodri.
10, Ronaldinho.
Rodri
Number
cuts a
25,
frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Suarez. Number 15, Gerrard. Number 22,
Ended up in no man's
Zico.
land.
Number 20,
Serginho.
Del Piero.
Not the most
Number
accurate pass.
17, Rooney.
It's ruffled a few
Substitution
feathers,
in progress.
but well dealt with. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pass somewhat off target. Thuram. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Engages and forces him off the ball. Great vision, and he's worked it through. Shot a goal! And again! Maldini is there, and he can get that clear. It's never been especially good pass, that. 5 minutes to add. And no, he's seen through all of that. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Can he get on the end of this? Short changes him with that pass. Now there's a shoots! No, not quite. Gets to show off his quick feet. Played out to the left flank. Applies the finish! Oh, the keeper's equal to it. And that's that. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, to win they will relish having pulverised. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute.
And Aubameyang! That's really well manoeuvred. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Nedved. And it's Del Piero. Lam. Throw it. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Aubameyang. Now that's a lovely exchange. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Played back in. Oh, such a clever touch. In towards the back stick. They get a throw in. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And we have our very first corner. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Aubameyang! Brilliantly cut out. Del Piero. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Manchester United really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's
And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nedved. Out to the right. Tries to play it through. Now it's Aubameyang. Aubameyang crosses. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, it's Rosicki! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Played out towards the right wing. Great vision. Has crossed into the middle. Tries to get it clear. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. He read that really well and stopped it.
Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao. Guardiol. Darren Fletcher. Nedved. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Caicedo. Rosicki. Now this could be a chance. Showing good feet.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Walker does well to get it back. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Del Piero. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Fired deep towards the back post. It should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Caicedo. Saliba. Gattuso cuts it out.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Caicedo, given the lift of his goal. The referee's awarded a free kick. He has a look up. Oh, Aubameyang! And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution in progress.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Couldn't squeeze it through. It's a really well-measured ball. Aubameyang. Gattuso. And Del Piero. Brzezinski. And it's Caicedo. Oh, shooting chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely feet. It's a loose ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he cuts out the supply. Azar. Guardiola. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looking for the run. Gattuso is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
The attendance
nicely
for this
intercepted.
match was 29,950.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Caicedo.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Nedved. So, what can they make of this? And it's Lahm. Can he get it through? Lahm. Ball driven towards the far post. Now it's Hazard. Nedved. And here's Del Piero. Cross into the box. And he gets rid in a hurry. Chance for a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So,
Number
time for changes
17,
on both sides,
Hazard.
actually.
Number 22, Thomas Rashidkin. Number 25,
And it's Gavi. Oh,
Caicedo.
perfectly measured that.
Number
Now it's
19,
Aubameyang.
Mbumo. Coming on the field,
Del Piero.
number 13,
And that has left him in a heap. Great
Number
defending,
6,
strong and determined.
Number
That's
7,
clear cut. It's a free kick.
Number 10,
Defending
Messi.
was strong and firm.
Substitutions taking
Now it's
place.
Messi. And here's Gavi. Passes short and sharp.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Looking to play him in. Serginho gets flagged offside.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Floated through. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres powering forward here.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Del Piero. Serginho gets into some space. Cleared away. He's gone for goal! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to shots on goal, but they have to start doing a lot better.
Substitution.
So here comes a substitution. Batistuta getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
5 minutes left on the clock. Knocks it into space. And he's managed to get free. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Batistuta. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Batistuta was alert to the possibilities,
Two
but in the end
added
it's
minutes have
fruitless.
been indicated.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Del Piero could try cutting inside here. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And that's a good-looking ball. And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No short... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I really like the look of this fella, João Pedro, Peter. He has a lovely...
It's Nedved! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
And it's Nedved. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Nedved charging forward, the ball at his feet. João Pedro, Leon Talap. It'll be a throw-in. That's an imaginative pass. Lam calmly anticipates. And he lines up a cross. Cleared away. Nedved. Chance here to counter. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's found a way through. Delivery from... Oh, smashing header! There it is! The breakthrough strike! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Tries to pass it through. That looks a good ball through. And he's on his way! Plenty to aim at here. Chelsea upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Nedved. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Good ball, good take. Fernandez. And reclaimed it in a trice. Nedved! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And it's made it, and the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's fabulous. He's in space and looking for options. Maldini is there and he can get that clear. Del Piero. Now it's Del Piero. Nedved. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough and he knows it.
Lam. Del Piero. Well timed, excellent interception. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, that's a key interception. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Looking for options for movement. And it's Lam. Fired deep to big header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Goes for a shot! Goal! And this is getting better and better. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go grab a third.
That's a throw. Nedved. Gattuso. The ball's gone astray.
That was lovely, that.
Drilled in low. Oscar.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti
Threads
di
one in.
recupero.
That is good alertness. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. And here's Mbappe. And that could set him on his way. Bullish header! And it's there! They are really purring here. And they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Signore e signori, che è possibile acquistare i souvenir nelle apposite aree dello stadio. Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18, numero 9.
That gets things going for the second half.
Il numero 17.
Thuram cuts out the pass. Makaleli. Chelsea have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's James. James, incoming to... Up he goes! Oh, Costa! Really well taken goal. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Chelsea give themselves a fighting chance. Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
That's been cut out, well played. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hoisted in. Oh, this looks sharp.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
James receives it in a wide position. Now it's Del Piero. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now he's off and running. Thuram cuts it out. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oscar. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still...
Terrific header! He scores! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Chelsea get themselves back into contention.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Walker gets across to intercept that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he was alert to it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Nicely weighted ball. Lam. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Makalele. Now it's João Pedro. Lam. Nedved. That's Bebeto. Now that looks a decent ball. It's played through for him. And Bebeto! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is expertly dealt with. Into the last quarter of an hour.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
There's the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Bebeto really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11.
We have got changes here from
15.
both sides, in fact.
Lam. Lasciano il campo per il
And he's
numero
intervened
21.
well there.
Ronaldinho. Il numero 27.
Fernandez.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
João Pedro. Oh, it's come loose. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now this could be a chance. Now the ball in. Drogba! Del Piero has found the net here, of course. Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's in here. He rises! It's in! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off. And for me, it looks like they've...
There's the header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Pinches it off him. And this is Del Piero. Here's a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their 4th corner of the game. There's the header!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Chance to deliver. He gets big. Oh, he's fallen loose again. Oh, taken with style. And the lead is extended still further. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's in a great position here. Shoots! Gattuso. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Truly colourful scenes here, apt indeed for one of the most diverse and multicultural cities. That is Amsterdam, and those inside this shimmering arena demand the very best. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I'm going to keep an eye out for this guy, Kyle Walker, especially because his team build from the back, whether he's going to stay out wide or move into midfield and create some overloads. He's a player I hugely admire for his intelligence, his sense of positioning, and boy, can he sprint.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And they can counter here. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Totti. Flamengo looking to pass their way through. That's been cut out, well played. Del Piero. Totti. Seedorf. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Threads one in. And he was alert to it. Del Piero. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a cute ball. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Cannavaro gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Rummenigge. Laid back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here. Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Lahm going full tilt down the left. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. That has not gone well. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff going face to face with his great rival, Rummenigge. There's the header! He will be livid with himself.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
He's had it taken off him. Nedved. Del Piero. And it's Lahm. And it's Del Piero. Great vision.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nedved. Now it's Totti. Totti touches it back. And this is Cruyff. Tries a shot! He can get that clear. Seedorf. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Nedved. Nedved unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, can they get him away? Seedorf. Now it's Totti. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now that's well seen too. Gattuso. Nedved. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Gattuso. That's Maldini. Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And it's Del Piero. Nedved. Del Piero. Good chance here! Goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Flamengo finding their pass. It's Totti! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Substitutions taking place.
And so we're off again. No joy this time. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Shoots to shoot! He's scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Flamengo take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Seedorf. And it's made its way. Goes for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And it's Lam. And the through ball. Del Piero gets into some space. He's got two! No mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Flamengo. Number 11.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 18.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That is a great pick out. Bebeto, can he finish? He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Lam. Oh, played through for the wide man. Del Piero. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pedri. And that could set him on his way. And he cuts out the supply.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pedri! They've scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Substitution for Flamengo. Number 14.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on the field is
So, all square and not for the first time.
Well,
substitution.
there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And he's picked it up out wide. Delivers with whip. Keeper has taken decisive action. In once more. He rises! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Keeper's got good distance on that. That has been cut short. Now it's Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
75 minutes played. Now it's Hullet. Shifted it to the flank. Showing great feet there. He's on it. Can he get away? That's very neat.
Flamengo clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And this is Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Very nicely done. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pedri does really well there, he is strong. Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, Red, nice interception. Passing is crisp and sharp. This is gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Substitution for Flamengo.
Both sides then
25.
taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on to replace him is number 16. Now, substitution in progress.
Nice interception, well timed. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Well, that is one way to stop him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tries to pass it through. Hullet might just make this. Now it's
There will be
Mbappe.
5 minutes added
Pedri.
time.
And here's Mbappe. And it's Lam. Played out wide. Now Gattuso. Koller looking understandably energised after his goal. Pedri. Oh, chance, surely! Knocks it into space. Ronaldinho. Now it's Batistuta. Del Piero. And it's Serginho. And that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side to the title against all the odds. I think he had 21 clean sheets that year, which is over half the games, and proof that goalkeepers can make a real difference.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Mbappe. It's played through for him. He is through here. That is a crunching tackle. Baresi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, there's a probing ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mbappe. Timber. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero goes steaming forward. And here's Mbappe.
That's a modern defender's instinct.
It's a mighty effort! Crossbar comes to the rescue.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
the keeper couldn't hold it. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. Lahm delivers. He gets big. Oh, he's hit the bar. And he's done it. A horrible blip. A horrible blip. A situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And the counter is on. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lahm. Now it's Nedved.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Big header! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Aims beyond the defence. Son Heung-min goes on a run down the left wing. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rice. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Son Heung-min. Great chance! He scored! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it out wide. Played in deep. Raul. Rice. Well, they could break here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, well played. That's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Nedved! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Threads one in. Now it's Mbappe. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! And they're back in front!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Can he spark a counter here? Mbappe! He's got away. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's found the... And Del Piano! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And the first half is done. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Oh, good-looking ball. Could move up a gear here. And this is Bebeto. Looking for options for movement. Rice.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Can he latch on to this? Lam. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Bebeto. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
It's Bebeto. Bebeto! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Walker makes the interception. Park Ji-sung. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. Timber. Raul has found the net here, of course. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Collar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's on it, can he get away? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Lasciano il campo per il numero
Nicely
21.
intercepted.
Ronaldinho.
Not the most convincing of
Il numero
passes.
27.
Raul, great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Baresi. It's Park Ji-sung. Raul. Raul running with the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Del Piero. Good read, needed to be. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Raul plays, climbs up big! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Oh, what has happened here? Crosses it in here. Walker getting this one clear.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Raul. Looking for the run. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's shifting through the gears here. Serginho has it in a wide position. Raul. Played out towards the right wing. That has not gone well. And it's Del Piero. It's a promising position. He's in plenty of space here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero
And we have
17.
our very first corner.
Lascia il campo per il numero 22. Cambio di giocatori.
Oh, shooting chance! Has a look and place it forward.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Gattuso. He's in space and looking for options. Now that's well seen too. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And he has been fouled there. And somehow it stayed out.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of...